I'm Elisa, knitter and yoga teacher. In this short practice, we will explore the overlap between mindfulness and knitting through some very simple techniques that can be used to reap maximum benefits from your knitting in terms of the relaxation and the well-being that knitting naturally produces.
Let's start finding a comfortable position, a position in which you can knit. If you have chosen a seated position, make sure that the back is nicely supported, especially in your low back. Breathe out, pulling the navel in towards your spine, and gently tuck your chin to your chest to make your neck nice and long. Relax your shoulders, roll them back a couple of times, and then let them fall down and away from the ears. If you're comfortable with your eyes closed, close your eyes for a moment and take a couple of deep breaths to prepare for practicing. With care and attention, pick up your knitting project. Hold the needles as if to start knitting, but before you actually start, take a moment to feel the needles in your hands. Feel the weight of the needles, the material, the tip. Observe the position of your hands. Have you ever observed it before? Do you know how your hands hold the needles? You watch your hands so many times with your eyes. So now let's try to see the hands through the mind's eye, to visualize our hands. Now let's take the yarn as well. In which hand do you hold the yarn when you work? And do you always hold it like that, or do you pass it maybe sometimes from one hand to the other? Focus on the sensation of the yarn between your fingers. Is it soft? Is it pleasant between the fingers? Is it a thick yarn or a thin yarn? And does it slide easily on the needles? Are the color and the texture satisfactory? When you have answered these questions and others that might have surfaced, you can start working. Knitting is a rhythmic activity, so take a moment to settle into your working rhythm, the rhythm that comes natural to you. Is it fast or slow? Is it a regular pace? Or is it halting, irregular? And which other words would you use to describe it? When you feel that you have your natural, personal, and satisfactory rhythm, bring your attention to your breath. Breathing is another rhythmic activity, and its rhythm can change based on the moment, on your mood, on your emotions. Observe your breath in this specific moment. Observe it without judging it, because there's no right or wrong way to breathe. Become aware of your inhalation and on the following exhalation. Feel the air enter your nostrils, expanding your chest and your belly, and then go out the other way, from the belly, from the chest, from the nostrils. Count now 3 deep breaths. It's possible that you notice that your breath is getting gradually longer. This is completely natural, and it is a way the body has to induce relaxation. Let's try now to slow down the rhythm of knitting as well, so that the rhythm of knitting and the rhythm of breathing become the same. As you inhale, work one stitch, and as you exhale, work the following stitch. Carry on like this, one stitch after the other, trying to control the urge to speed up. Don't worry if this seems challenging in the beginning. Keep your eyes on your project, observing the tip of the needle entering one stitch and the yarn wrapping around the needle and the tip of the needle coming out again after forming a new stitch. Focus on this apparently small action that you are performing. Knitting is a sequence of very small actions. If you feel that you have lost the connection between your hands and your breath, just start over again. As for anything else, practice is the key to get better. If you need more time to experiment with this technique, synchronizing breath and movement, feel free to pause the video and come back in a few minutes. Now let's go back to your natural rhythm of knitting and let's observe the difference in the natural movement. Notice if and how the breath changes accordingly. You can carry on knitting until you feel ready for the next step. Let's put down our knitting project and feel the difference in our sensations. The hands are not moving, they are not holding the needles anymore, and they can relax. Let's spread the fingers as much as we can, making space between them. Then let's relax the fingers and place the hands on our legs. Let's close our eyes and take a few deep breaths, inflating the chest and the belly. You can open your eyes when you're ready for it. You have all the time that you need. Thank you for practicing with me today.